Hello everybody, welcome back. Before we start, I want to let you know that I don't make anything on my videos from YouTube. So, if you do like my content, please consider supporting me via Patreon. I have lots more new stories and videos on the way, some of which will only be available to those who support me there. My Patreon link is below this video in the description. You can also send a super thanks if you like the story and want to support me to make more stories like this. The super thanks button is below this video. Also, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And hit the bell icon if you would like to get updates on my new videos, and leave a comment or ask me a question, and I promise to reply as soon as I can. Thank you, and now back to the video. Today's story is part 2 of my story about a boy who thought his crossdressing days were behind him. If you haven't seen part 1, please follow the link and watch that first. Today we follow on from part 1. What will he do now he has discovered the fun of crossdressing again? Will he stop or will he continue to dress? In today's story called To Dress or Not to Dress, Part 2. I hope you like it. When Janice arrived home, I was quite nervous. I couldn't decide whether or not to tell her that I wore her clothes and that I had this urge sometimes to dress as a girl. I knew that this could put our whole relationship into one big mess, and so I decided not to tell her. After that, I managed not to dress for the next couple of weeks. However, that was until one day Janice said she was going out of town. She said that she would be going away for 3 to 4 days for her cousin's wedding. The thought of being alone for a few days sparked a new excitement in me. I started having the urge to dress up again. This was certainly a great opportunity for me to live as a girl for a few days. I decided that it was going to be the last time I dressed as a girl, so I would enjoy it to the fullest. I began preparing for the special day. Janice was so busy preparing for the wedding, and so I had more time to plan everything perfectly. I figured online shopping would be the best way to buy everything I needed. So, I browsed through a lot of clothing stores online because most of Janice's clothes were far too small for me to wear. Many times I just lost track of time as there were so many choices when it came to shopping for girls' clothes. After hours of looking around, I finally ordered a bra and some panties, a wig, some high heels, 2 dresses, some pantyhose, and some breast forms. All the items arrived within the next few days, and I hid them in the garage. I was super excited for the moment to arrive, when I could fully dress up from head to toe and transform myself into a beautiful woman. Finally the day arrived. I dropped Janice at the airport, kissed her goodbye, and went back home. I was so excited to have the next few days all to myself. When I reached home, I went straight to the garage where I had hidden all of the things I bought and took them to the bedroom. Firstly, I unwrapped everything and laid them neatly on the bed. It was so much fun just doing that. Then I thought to myself, it's time to get ready. I decided to shave off my facial hair and also the hair on my legs. I wanted to have smooth legs like a gorgeous model. I took a shower and shaved myself. Then I put moisturizer on my face and all over my body. Now, it was time to put on the bra and panties. My body was shaking with delight. I put them on and instantly felt so feminine. I slipped the breast forms into the bra and I was shocked how real they looked and felt. I couldn't stop jiggling them. I was so glad that I bought them. It was really worth the experience. Next, I picked up the pantyhose and put them on slowly. I managed to pull the pantyhose all the way up without tearing them and did some final adjustment so that they looked nice and smooth. I loved how sexy my legs looked now, and the sensation of wearing pantyhose on shaved legs was amazing. I rubbed my legs together and it was divine. Now, time to pick a dress. I had bought 2 dresses. One was a leopard print bodycon dress with a full-sleeve black top attached, and the other dress was a white floral knee-length dress. I decided to go with the leopard print dress. I put on the dress, and it was magical how it felt on my body. It was a bit short, but I liked it. I twirled in front of the mirror to check how I looked from all the angles, and I couldn't help smiling as I looked at myself. My body was now completely feminized, and I loved how feminine I looked and felt. It was now time to put on the wig and some makeup to complete my transformation. The wig also came with a hair cap. I put on the hair cap first and then tried on the wig. I struggled a lot because I had never worn a wig before. It was harder than I had thought, but after a few tries I managed to put it on. I could already feel how much of a difference it made by simply putting on a wig and having long hair. When I looked into the mirror to make some final adjustments, I was blown away by how different I looked now. I didn't look like a guy anymore. I looked like a woman. I had no idea a wig could change my appearance so much. I was so happy to finally see the woman that was hiding inside of me all this time. I felt beautiful, strong, and confident. I couldn't believe how strong the feminine energy was, radiating throughout my body at that moment. I stood in front of the mirror for a long time, looking at myself, admiring and accepting the new me. It took a while for everything to sink in. It felt so right. I felt so happy. Moving on, now it was time to put on the heels. I had already tried them on once when they had arrived, just to check the fit. I sat down and slipped on the heels. Heels really added so much glam to my feet and legs, especially with pantyhose. I stood up, took a deep breath, and took the first few steps as a woman, and it felt great. The whole experience of transforming myself into a woman was so much more intense than I had imagined it to be. I was glad that I decided to dress up, otherwise I would have never known how amazing it felt. I no longer felt like a guy. Now, I felt like a beautiful woman. Thank you for listening to my story. If you like my content, please consider supporting me via my Patreon. The link is below this video in the description. Also, if you like my stories, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And hit the bell icon if you would like to get updates on my new videos, and leave a comment or ask me a question, and I promise to reply as soon as I can. Thank you, and until next time, goodbye.